All right, welcome to a new explainer. Today we're diving into a really profound concept that comes from the work Al-Sadaqah Allati La Tafna, which means the everlasting charity. And it's an idea that, honestly, challenges our most basic understanding of what it means to have wealth.
So let's just jump right in with a question that feels like it breaks all the rules. Can giving away your money actually make you richer? I mean, common sense just screams no, right? But what if there's a different kind of economy at play here, a spiritual one?
And this is the paradox at the heart of what we're talking about. In one corner, you've got your straightforward material logic. You give something away, you now less of it. Simple math. But in the other corner, you have this spiritual logic that flips the whole thing on its head and says, no, giving is actually the secret to gaining more. So let's break that down.
To really get this, we've got to go back to the source, right? To the foundational teaching where this entire concept comes from.
This statement right here, it's a game changer. It looks our material assumptions right in the eye and says, you've got it wrong. It makes the bold claim that charity does not decrease wealth, which leaves you wondering, how on earth is that even possible?
Well, the key that unlocks this whole puzzle is a concept called barakah. It's an Arabic word for a divine blessing or grace. Think of it like a hidden multiplier. It's the unseen force that doesn't just replace what you gave, but actually makes what you have left feel more abundant, and it opens doors to prosperity from places you never saw coming.
Okay, so if charity brings on this incredible blessing, what exactly is charity? Well, the first big reveal here is that it's about so much more than just money. This one sentence changes everything. It basically says that the act of giving isn't just for the wealthy, it's for everyone. This opens the door for all of us to be charitable, every single day, in countless different ways. For example, a kind word. I mean, just think about that. Offering someone a bit of encouragement, a genuine compliment, or just a gentle word when they're clearly having a rough day. Within this spiritual framework, that isn't just a nice thing to do. It is a powerful act of charity.
Want to go even simpler than that? A smile. A basic gesture of goodwill, of human connection. It costs you absolutely nothing, but it's considered a genuine charitable act, one that spreads a little light and has a positive ripple effect you might never even see.
And here's one with a truly lasting impact: sharing useful knowledge. When you teach someone a skill, explain a concept they're struggling with, or offer sincere advice, you're not just giving once. You're planting a seed of charity that can just keep growing and benefiting people long after you've walked away.
So we've already expanded our definition of charity from just money to all kinds of actions. Now let's go even deeper, from what we do to who we are. This is the charity of the soul.
Remember that original teaching we looked at a minute ago? It's so brilliant because it links these three virtues together. It shows a progression, almost like a ladder of generosity. You start with giving from your wealth, you move up to forgiveness, which comes from your character, and you culminate in humility, which comes from your spirit.
And this is the core insight right here. While giving money is a good thing, the ultimate charity is giving from your very self. To forgive someone who has wronged you, that is a profound act of giving. To show humility when your ego is screaming at you to be arrogant, that is the absolute charity of the soul.
Okay, this all sounds great in theory, but how do we actually do it? How do we take this big, expansive idea of charity and bring it into our real, everyday lives?
It can start with a really simple shift in perspective. Just try asking yourself this one question at the end of the day. What was my charity today? That question alone reframes your whole day and helps you start noticing all these opportunities for goodness that you might have otherwise missed.
And if you want some practical steps, here are a few, drawn right from these teachings. You can start your day with the simple intention to give. Be on the lookout for those small chances, a kind word, a helping hand, a genuine smile. Actively practice forgiveness with someone. And here's a really powerful one. Try to keep one small act of charity completely private, just between you and God.
So, to bring it all together, let's land on this central message. True wealth isn't calculated by what you manage to accumulate for yourself. It's measured by what you give away, from your possessions, from your time, and most importantly, from the very core of your character.
And for those of you who want to dive deeper, this whole explainer is grounded in the insights from some really foundational Islamic texts on ethics and spirituality. We're talking about works like Imam al-Nawawi's Riyad al-Salihin and classics from scholars like al-Ghazali and Ibn al-Qayyim.
So we'll end with this thought to leave you with.
The next time you have a chance to be kind, to forgive, or to help someone, try not to see it as a cost. See it as an investment. So the real question isn't just what you will give, but rather, how will you invest in your own blessing today?